Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah reading, Parashat Achrei Mot Kadoshim, contains in the second half, in Parashat Kadoshim, an incredible collection of mitzvot. Collection of mitzvot that give us an amazing array of understandings about what is important in Judaism. Parashat Kadoshim begins with this idea that we are holy, Kadoshim Tihiyu, Ki Kadosh Ani Adonai. We shall be holy because God is holy. And then all of these commandments are listed to help us understand exactly how to do that. We should do this and we should do that. And most of these mitzvot are immediate, meaning we have to do this when the situation presents itself. We have to do that immediately. We have to do this immediately. One of the mitzvot, however, contains the long view, or helps us understand the value of patience. That is the mitzvah of Orla. What is the mitzvah of Orla? Orla is the mitzvah that says that for the first 3 years after a fruit tree is planted, we're not allowed to touch it. Grows, the fruit drops on the ground, or it doesn't grow, we can't do anything with it. The 4th year, we have to give everything that grows to God, and only in the 5th year can we keep any of the fruit for ourselves. On the one hand, maybe this is teaching that in the ancient world, people understood that the first few years of the fruit tree's life, the fruit that grows from it, is actually not so tasty. So you wait a few years before you offer any to God and before you keep any for yourself. But I think there's something actually much deeper here. I think there is a lesson being taught here about the value of community, the value of being a part of something bigger than yourself. So why is that? Agriculture in general is a process by which people live when they want to plant roots. People who are here today and gone tomorrow, they're not people who plant crops, because crops take time to grow. You have to harvest. It's just not something people do when they're moving around. So agriculture in general is something that people do when they know they're going to be in the same place for a long time. Fruit trees specifically are something that take a long time to mature. As I said, it takes 5 years from when you plant a fruit tree in the land of Israel before you're allowed to enjoy the fruit that grew on that tree. So maybe what we learn is that we are supposed to plant roots. That we, just like those crops, are supposed to plant ourselves somewhere and understand that this is where we belong, this is where I have a home, and this is where I have a community. This is where I have people who care for me and people whom I can care for. And maybe there is a further lesson in this story as well, in this mitzvah of Orla. The story is told by the rabbis in the Midrash that an old man was planting a tree, and someone walked by and said, "Why are you bothering to plant this tree? You will never live long enough to see the fruit that grows from this tree." And then the man replied quite simply, "I might live long enough to see the fruit, and that would be good, but if not, then just like there were those who planted for me, so too am I planting for those who come after me." I wonder if fruit trees teach us that we should also plant along the way on our journey of life, whether it's actual fruit trees or maybe it's ideas and principles and morals and values. You never know what fruit is going to grow from the trees we plant, but if we don't plant for the future, then when that future time comes, there will be nothing left in which to harvest. Shabbat Shalom. I hope everyone enjoys this beautiful Shabbat, and I hope everyone understands the value of planting, the value of looking to the future, and the value of understanding how community can ground us in one place and can remind us of our obligations to ourselves, to those close to us, and to the larger community as well. Shabbat Shalom.